Welcome to Radiance Yoga Online. I'm Shannon, and today I'm going to bring you through a beginner high-intensity interval training workout. It's going to be super simple with just 4 body weight exercises. You don't need any equipment, just a yoga mat if you have one. When you're ready, join me. You're going to take your feet about hip distance apart and place your hands right on your hips. So we're starting with our first exercise, super basic to warm up, the body weight squat. So what I'm going to do is push my hips back like there's a chair way behind me and I'm trying to tap my hips to it and then drive down into my heels and come up to stand. Now notice that I'm looking forward at the camera, so I'm not looking down at the floor. My spine stays extended. I don't want to look too far up or too far down, so I'm not rounding or cranking the neck. Continue to keep your weight heavy in your heels as you push your hips back. Let me show you from the side as you continue. So you push the hips back like you're aiming for a bench or a seat. And by doing that, we're moving from our hips first. A squat is a hip-dominant movement, and then the knees are just meant to follow. So rather than bending into the knees, you're sitting into the hips. Your core stays strong to keep the spine supported and lifted. Your shoulders stay relaxed, and your gaze stays just down in front of you, so you keep the neck neutral. Let's take 3 more. 3, 2, and 1. Now introducing our next exercise, we're going to be taking it down to the floor. In a push-up position, we can take this from tabletop, which means the weight of my hips is back over my knees. With the weight of my hips over my knees, it takes a lot of weight out of my upper body so that I can safely perform a push-up without cranking into my neck and my shoulders or letting my core go. So option 1 is tabletop. Option 2, you would lean it forward into a modified push-up position. Now notice I'm only coming down to the level of my elbows. I don't need to crank my shoulders any farther to touch my chest to the floor. I love this next option where you straighten one leg. So it's half modified. There's a lot of core here trying to keep the hips balanced. And your final option in our next round will be a full push-up from your toes. Now slowly go ahead and bring yourself back to kneel, and you're going to bring your legs forward. Our third exercise to warm up is the hip bridge. So we come down to our back. You're going to plant your feet on the floor, hip distance apart, and your hands down by your side, pressing your palms firm into the floor. Now what we often see happen in a hip bridge is we crank into the lower back rather than moving from the hips. So what I'd like to see you do is tuck your belly down and notice your tailbone just barely lift away from the floor. Now keep the core scooped, just like you're doing a crunch, but instead of lifting your shoulders, you're rolling your hips off of the floor, driving down into the heels, and you're moving from the strength of your hips rather than cranking into your lower back. Now if you keep the core scooped, as you lift and lower, you're going to feel your lower back roll up and roll down to the floor. Your tailbone and your glutes touch very last or just hover right above the floor. Let's warm up. Just 3, 2, and 1. Nice and easy. Now we're slowly going to roll yourself over one side, coming to your belly on your mat, and take your elbows and forearms right underneath your shoulders, push down into your knees, and lift your belly and your hips away from the floor. So it's easy to let your elbows wide fall apart. Instead, squeeze them in narrow, right underneath your shoulders, and you can stay right here. Imagine that my hand is on your lower back and you want to pull your belly up towards my hand. Now you can stay right here, or keep the core engaged, pulling up and straighten one or both legs to your forearm plank. Rather than letting the head hang or looking ahead, look right down at those hands, reach long from your head to your heels, and keep pulling your belly up. I'd rather see your hips a little too high rather than hanging too low, because that will hurt the low back. Big breath in. And out, let's press it back to child's pose, and this is going to be your break. before we go into our next round. Slowly take a few deep breaths as you roll yourself up to kneel. And then we're going to take it up nice and easy back to stand. So now that you know your 4 exercises, we're going to go through again. I'm going to again start with the modifications, and you can choose to advance if you like, all right? We're going for 20 repetitions or a count of 20 for every exercise. Here we go. Hips or feet about hip distance apart. You can get your arms a little bit more active in this one, curling at your elbows, keeping your palms active, squeezing your biceps, and then pushing your hands down by your side as you stand. Now just remember, you want to push your hips back first like there's a chair way behind you. Your core stays lifted to keep your chest up nice and high. Good. We got a few more. Last 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Beautiful. Bring it on down to the floor for our push-ups. So again, we can start in tabletop position, and you're going to bend your elbows wide, lower down to about the level of your elbows. Keep your core engaged, your hips lifted, and press away from the floor. Next option is going to be modified push-up. Remember, half modified push-up or a full push-up. I'm staying here with you today. 20 push-ups is actually a lot. You got this. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Now slowly take that seat. We go right into the next exercise so you feel that heart rate coming up. Roll it on down to your bridge. Tuck your belly down. You already feel your hips scooping up, your core engaged. Now drive down into the heels, lift up, squeeze the glute, and slowly roll back down. Lift and squeeze. All the power coming from the glutes, not the low back. Now you want to be careful here if you have any neck concerns. We don't want to lift so high that you put a lot of pressure into the neck. The pressure should stay in your shoulder blades. Again, the power coming from the hamstrings and the glutes, not feeling this in the lower back. Halfway there. 10, 9, 8, keep breathing. 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Slowly roll it over one side again. Take it to your front side. Elbows right underneath your shoulders. Knees press down into the floor and lift up through your belly. So again, I'd rather see your hips up a little too high, but if you can, lengthen through the head. Reach your toes back one at a time. Lengthen yourself out to plank. We're counting to 20. I've already started. Drive down into the elbows. Reach through the crown of the head. Pack those shoulders down away from the ears. So we don't want to see your shoulders hunch. Nice length. Reaching the head away. Halfway. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Press it back to child's pose. Take your break. Take a big breath in. Settle back, big breath out. Slowly press yourself up to sit. We're going to take about 30 more seconds to reset, and we're doing it one more time through. Now that you know the exercises and you know the modifications and advancements, choose whatever works for you. It's the third round, so you want to challenge yourself. You want to feel like at the end of this workout, you're done. That's all you need to do. It's quick, it's easy, and we all have to start somewhere. All right, here we go. Weights in your heels. Your chest is lifted. We're going to push your hips back. Keep your heart nice and high. Drive down into your heels. Squeeze your legs and squeeze your glutes as you come to stand. Good. Keep breathing. Last round. You got this. And you're going to feel so good. This workout is great if you're getting started. It's also great even if you're an advanced exerciser. You've been doing this for a long time and you just want to get some movement in the middle of your day. Last 3, 2, and 1. Bring it on down to the floor for our push-ups. Again, tabletop position is perfect. It's enough. Or you can take modified, half modified, or full push-up. Let's go. Chest just down to the level of your elbows. Keep the head long and the core engaged, so we don't want to start to sink again into the hips and the shoulders. Just like that plank pose that we went. Drive down into the floor. Keep those eyes just a few inches in front of you on the mat. We have 8 more. Keep breathing. 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Press it back. Roll yourself to sit or kick your legs around. Good pose. Coming all the way down. Feet pressed down into the floor. Arms down by your side. You ready? Big breath in. Tuck your core down and then lift through the hips. The glutes and hamstrings strong. Slowly roll and tap. Lift and lower. Again, we're going for 20. All the strength coming from your legs here. A strong core so the back is supported. You're almost there. Halfway. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Roll it on over. Here's our last exercise. All we have to do is count to 20. Your elbows under your shoulders. You lift up through the core. Extend one leg and then the other back. And you're in plank. There we go. Reach to the head. Reach to the heels. Breathe. Just a handful of breaths and you're maybe there. Halfway. Keep breathing with me. 5, 4, come on, 3, 2, and 1. Wide knees, big toes together. Settle back into child's pose. Big breath in and out. Now slowly roll yourself up to sit. Take your time. And you are done. So from here, you might want to take a couple little stretches before you get on with your day, or maybe you move into another workout on Radiance Yoga Online, or you cool down with some restorative yoga up next. Thank you for joining me.